Hello, my amazing kids ministry leaders and teachers and my helpers, whatever you classify yourself as. I just want to thank you so much for an amazing, wonderful summer. We had 35 decisions this summer in the kids ministry. That is, I've just never seen anything like that. And I'm blown away and I'm honored to serve alongside of all of you and to just see. I hope you see this is the fruit of all that you guys are pouring into these kids on a weekly basis, whether it's Sundays or Wednesdays. This is the fruit. When we have those big moments and the kids have that light bulb go off and they're like, yes, I want Jesus. I want to be a follower. It's huge. So thank you, thank you, thank you for all you're pouring into these kids. I just want to give you a little preview about what's coming up this Sunday. We're going to be heading into a new study. We just finished up David, and we were talking about grace with David and how God showed so much grace in David's life. So we're going to be continuing the dynasty with King Solomon, his son. And the whole concept is going to be mercy over the next month. We're going to be talking about how God showers us with mercy. Now, grace is getting something we don't deserve. It's like getting a present and we didn't do anything for it. It's not our birthday. We're just getting a present. Mercy is not getting what I deserve. It's when I should have gotten a whole big bad butt whooping and God's like, no, I'll take it for you. It's knowing I should have been given the speeding ticket and the police officer says, you know what? I'm going to just give you a warning this time. It's not getting what I deserve. And so Solomon starts out this next series with this whole idea of wisdom. And God showers him with so much mercy throughout his whole reign. So we're going to be talking about wisdom specifically on Sunday and how when God comes to King Solomon and he's like, what do you want? I'll give you anything. Like, could you imagine being asked that? I want you to ask your kids that. If God came to you and said, I will give you anything you want, what would you ask for? And just start priming that pump. What would that look like to you? And then ask what of those things is going to last. Well, Solomon asked for wisdom. So just a little heads up, a lot of kids are going to think like knowledge is wisdom. And it's not. So knowledge is knowing just some sheer facts. But wisdom is something that can only come from God. It's looking at a perspective or the situation through God's eyes and how he sees it long term. So wisdom is so much deeper and so much richer. So we're going to be talking about wisdom this coming Sunday. So if you have a kid that's in preschool all the way up through second grade, we found a really cute craft that they're going to be doing. And they're going to be taking some black cardstock and we have a little flashlight that they're going to attach to it and a piece of sheer. And so when you put the flashlight over, then you're going to get to see all of those little things pop up just a little bit more. It's really cool. So this is going to be the craft for preschool all the way through second graders. So this is going to be really fun. Next, here's what I want to encourage y'all with. We had moving up day last Sunday, the 7th, and it was so amazing. It was wonderful. We had a really great turnout, but I want us to get to know these kids even more this year. So I am printing off, and it's going to be in those Sunday school rooms. This is your new class roster. And when you're looking at it, under the little title, it's called position. I want you to look at, there's 3 different ones. One of them is going to say visitor. One's going to say class prospect and one's going to say class member. And every person in your little group is going to be given one of those positions. First and foremost, please, please, please go after the people that say class member. And I really want you all to either send a text message or a postcard, or even better is a phone call to these families this week. In the next 10 days, I want you to call all of these people that are class members and say, hey, I just want to introduce myself. I am so-and-so. I'm your kid's Sunday school teacher at 9:45 on Sunday mornings. I cannot wait to get to meet your kid. Or I Loved getting to meet your kid last Sunday. We are going to have a great year together, and I am just here to support your kid in Sunday school, and we're excited to see all that they're going to learn. It takes 60 seconds to just introduce yourself, and then all of a sudden they have a connection to you and to what's happening in your class. So please, please, please take a minute this week and just make those text messages, send out the postcards, make some phone calls. So this is going to show you the parent's name and the other kids that are in their households. So these are the two things you're going to see all together. Last but not least, here's where I want our brains to start heading. I want you to look at your classroom this Sunday, and I want you to imagine 25% more kids in your room. Like, really, 25% more kids. And here's why I say that. Denison and Sherman are going to be growing exponentially in the next couple years. And we want to capture those families and bring them here so that those kids can be learning about Jesus. We want those families here at Parkside, but we have to make room for them. And we need to know what that looks like from your perspective. So I want you to be looking at your classroom this coming Sunday and asking yourself those questions. What would it look like if I had 25% more kids in my classroom? Because here's the truth. If everybody that was on your roster actually showed up this coming Sunday, what would we do? It'd be an amazing thing, but would we be prepared and be ready for them? And that's where I want us to be. I want us to be ready for those kids and get excited for them coming. So please, this next Sunday, I want you to evaluate your classroom. I want you to think about your supplies. I want you to think about the layout of your classroom. And are you prepared for 25% more? And if not, start making that list. Let's get dreaming because it's coming. And I want us to be prepared as God begins to pour out his blessing on us and sends us people. Thank you again so much for loving these kids and putting those seeds of faith in them because it is making an eternal difference. Bye.